I told you to watch.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Game of Thrones. Today we'll be watching episode 6 of season 5. My Oberyn's, my Mando, his sigil, his house, his family, his legacy, his Martell name, Unbowed, Unbent, Unbroken. The only one that was successful according to the lore against Aegon's conquest, and one of the only kingdoms that was Dawn to not take any ruling of any foreign outsider. So to know the significance of this, unbowed, unbent, unbroken, I think it truly is something that I am respecting more and more. And for sure, I understand Indira Varma's, Ellaria Sand and her children's anger, but laws are law, and Oberyn did die in a trial by combat. Get justice for Ellaria, but for Oberyn, how much ever I love him, is that, I guess, the way he died maybe, but then again, this is WWE. You're taking on The Undertaker, the world's largest, heaviest man and strongest man, sorry. My God. I can't pick him up like this and toss him over. Do not talk to me right now. I'm very upset. But yeah, I just remembered about Oberyn Martell a little bit, and yeah, I want to see more of the action from the Dornish for sure. So yeah, let's not wait any further. Let's just get right to it, because I also want to know what the hell is going on with Daenerys and Hizzy Boy's wedding, I guess. That's just a shocking tale. But yeah, let's find out what happens in this episode. Indira? Wait. Did you see that? Was that Indira? It looks so much like her. Holy God. We want to see what they do with the bodies. Shit, dude.
What are they doing with the bodies?
Get back to work.
No! I've been here for weeks. I'm not scrubbing one more corpse until you tell me why I'm doing it. When do I get to play the game?
Game?
The game. The game of faces.
You tried already. You failed.
I didn't even know I was playing.
Who are you?
No one.
I'm from Westeros, just like you. Daughter of a lord, just like you. Except I was an only child. Heir to his fortune. My father remarried and his new wife gave birth to a girl. My stepmother didn't want any rivals for her precious daughter, so she tried to kill me with poison.
Cinderella?
I found out. Sought help from the faceless men. My father was widowed again. Was that true? Or a lie?
You need a reality check.
What?
Did you believe every word I said?
Yes. Any sane person with a lovely attitude and personality.
Get back to work.
Who are you?
Jakinakar, I swear.
Who are you?
Oh, yeah.
And where did you come from?
Westeros. I'm the youngest daughter of a great lord. Eddard Stark. He died in battle.
Lie.
After he was executed, I fled the capital. Drove my sword through his back. An outlaw kidnapped me. A man called Polliver. A man called the Hound. Sandor Clegane. He tried to sell me but was wounded in a fight. He begged me to kill him, but I wouldn't. I left him in the mountains to die. I wanted him to suffer. I hated him.
Why?
I hated him. That's not a lie.
Girl lies. To me, to the many-faced god. To Herself? Does she truly want to be no one?
Yes.
Oh!
I'm not playing this stupid game anymore.
We never stop playing.
You're an awful traveling companion. Do you know that? Possibly the least charming man I've ever met.
I'm not your traveling companion.
We are traveling together, in each other's company. Therefore,
Trevor, shut up.
I sailed from King's Landing to Pentos in a crate without ever saying a word.
You never wondered why Tyrion Lannister decided to visit a brothel in Volantis?
I'm sure you visited many brothels in many cities.
He killed my father. He wanted to execute me for a crime I didn't commit. But he was fucking the woman I loved.
I think you may know a thing or two about that, though, Dora.
As miserable as you are, Mormont, at least your father was a good man.
What do you know about my father?
I met him. I visited the wall. When I asked him about his men, he knew all the stories, every one of them. He cared about the people under his command. We shall never see his like again.
Oh, you didn't know! Oh, you didn't know!
You didn't know. I'm sorry. I am.
How?
Fucking bastards.
I only know what I heard.
How?
He was leading an expedition beyond the wall. He was murdered by his own men.
We better keep moving.
Valamagulis.
Valadares.
I have nowhere else to go. I've taken her to every healer in Bravos. I've spent every penny I had. She suffers every day of her life. I just want it to end.
What are you doing?
It hurts. I know. Don't be afraid. I used to be like you. I was sick. I was dying. But my father never gave up on me. He loved me. More than anything in the world, just like your father loves you. My father prayed to the many-faced God, and I drank the water from his fountain.
Fucking some Harry Potter shit.
I've devoted my life to him now. You don't want to hurt anymore. Drink.
So taking a life is entering into this bullshit door. Some mural paintings, statues. Honey, what face should I put on tonight? Oh, you know, the one with the little dot here and a little tingly feeling here, which I get when I kiss you. That face, babes. Sure thing, darling. Let me just get up the ladder of my faces and get one. That is why they clean the body and send that body there. But how? Sorry, I just don't understand the logic. How does it work? Like, how does Jack in her car put on another face and become a totally different person?
Is the girl ready?
The girl needs questions to be
To give
answered.
up her ears, her nose, her tongue, her hopes and dreams, her loves and hates, all that makes a girl who she is. Forever. A girl is not ready to become no one.
As I recall, the Mormonts fought against the Targaryens during Robert's rebellion.
You believe in anything?
I believe in lots of things.
There's something greater than ourselves, I mean. The gods, destiny. Then I saw a girl step into a great fire with 3 stone eggs. When the fire burned out, I thought I'd find her blackened bones. Instead, I saw her, alive and unhurt, holding her baby dragons.
Doesn't mean she's going to be a great queen.
No, it doesn't.
The Targaryens are famously insane. What if she conquers the world? Then what? 1,000 years of peace and prosperity?
First, we have to conquer the world.
She's ecstatic when you bring her this enemy dwarf. She hacks off my head and restores your position. You command her army, sail to Westeros, defeat all your enemies, and watch her climb those steps and sit on the Iron Throne. Hurrah, long live the Queen. Then what? So a woman who has not spent a single day of her adult life in Westeros becomes the ruler of Westeros? That's justice?
She's the rightful heir.
Why? Because her father, who burned living men for amusement, was the king?
They probably came ashore for water.
How could you not see this?
Worthless.
I know this guy.
Cut his throat.
Why? No!
Wait. Let's discuss this.
And then chop off his cock. You sell it for a fortune. The dwarf's cock has magic powers.
What?
Wait, you! Just hand a dried cock to a merchant and expect him to pay for it. He has to know it came from a dwarf, unless he sees the dwarf.
It'll be a dwarf-sized cock.
Guess again.
Yes! Tyrion, you have my heart, soul, everything.
She reopened the fighting pits. I've never heard of free men fighting in the pits.
The fighting pit in Marine. You're in luck then. You're about to be rich. You are looking at one of the great warriors in the Seven Kingdoms.
He got to be 60 years old.
Oh, sure, he's a bit long in the tooth, a bit withered. Been in the sun too long. We can all see that. But he's a veteran of 100 battles. They wrote songs about him.
This guy wasn't lost.
Jousting. You're talking about jousting. A fancy game for fancy lads. The men who fight in the pits of Marine will swallow him whole.
I killed a Dothraki blood rider in single combat.
Yes, Jorah. Talk about your CV.
Liar.
It's no lie. His name was Corso. He was blood rider to Khal Drogo. Take me to Slaver's Bay. Put a sword in my hand. I'll prove my worth.
We flooded the gutters with wine, smashed the false idols, and set the godless on the run.
Well done. I'm here on urgent business for the Queen, Mother. Should I send word that I'll be delayed?
Step carefully, Lord Baelish. You'll find there's little tolerance for flesh peddlers in the new King's Landing.
We both peddle fantasies, Brother Lancel. Do you think it's wise, Your Grace, arresting the heir to Highgarden?
The faith arrested the heir to Highgarden.
And the Faith were armed on your orders.
The king's orders.
Use your
Is the
song.
king to blame for Dolores' perversion?
House Tyrell won't tolerate this insult.
I'm the insulted party, Lord Baelish. Dolores was promised to me, instead he chose the company of boys.
One's choice of companion is a curious thing.
Liza Arryn, for instance. A thoroughly repellent woman. How fortunate the young Lord of the Vale has a new father to counsel him.
I know how hard it can be to lose both your parents at such a young age.
If war comes to Westeros, will the Knights of the Vale fight for their king?
Young Lord Robin heeds my advice. And I have always counseled loyalty to the throne.
Good.
But I have found Sansa Stark, alive and well, and home again, living at Winterfell.
That's not possible.
They tell me Roose Bolton plans to marry her to his son, Ramsay.
I can't take
A
it.
bastard recently legitimized by King Tommen. Indeed, his reward for stabbing his own king in the heart.
We were fools to trust a turncoat.
Marrying his son to the last of the Starks gives him more legitimacy in the north than an alliance with a hated southern house.
I will skin him and his bastard like that wretch on their bloody sigil.
I would counsel patience, Your Grace.
Patience. Sansa helped murder my son. Roose Bolton is a traitor.
Stannis Baratheon is also a traitor. Let the enemies of the throne slaughter each other, and when they're done, seize Winterfell from whichever thief survives.
Winterfell is 1,000 miles away from here. The weather has already begun to turn.
That is why it is critical to strike soon. The Knights of the Vale are some of the best fighters in Westeros, trained to battle in the ice and the snow.
Forgive me, Lord Baelish. I have a reputation as a moneylender and a brothel keeper, not a military man.
You wouldn't risk a single Lannister soldier or a single coin from the royal treasury. What you have to lose?
And if you succeed?
Name me Warden of the North. I'll not rest until the lion flies over Winterfell.
And I'll know you're a man of your word when I see Sansa Stark's head on a spike.
As I said, I live to serve. What is it?
Do you want to marry me because our families arranged it? Or do you...
Oh my.
You are going to be my wife. I am going to be your husband.
How many other girls have you walked through these gardens?
I like the way your eyes go squinty when you're jealous.
They do not go squinty, and you didn't answer the question.
A Lannister and a Martell. They have no idea how dangerous that is. We must protect them. You haven't had to use that axe of yours in a long time. I hope you remember how. I remember how.
Look at that axe. Look at the scorpion.
Dornishman's blade, it was made of black steel, and its kiss was a terrible thing. The Dornishman's wife would sing
I'm
as
just
she
going on.
played.
That's the water gardens.
And once we've got the princess,
Look
then
at the
what?
fucking bananas.
I like to improvise.
That explains the golden hand.
Unbowed, unbent, unbroken. For Oberyn.
Oberyn. What's happening? 3 snakes against the scorpion.
Uncle Jamie, I don't understand. What are you doing here?
Let's speak in private.
I am Tristan Martel.
Tristan.
Tristan is my intended.
Excellent. Good to meet you.
We weren't expecting you, Lord Jamie.
That was something stupid. We have to go, Marcella, now.
You hurt him!
He'll be fine, I promise, but we have to.
Oh my god! Oh god, this is Oberyn's daughter. You are your father's daughter then. Too much acrobatics. Well, if the hound needs to know what the fuck water dancing is, I guess he's got a preview. Lord have mercy. Woo! Bitch, honestly.
You're coming with me.
I don't want to.
I wasn't asking, princess.
Drop your weapons!
Oh no! Ron got cut! Ron got cut! There is poison in their blades!
I am Obara San, daughter of Oberyn Martell. I fight for Dorne. Who do you fight for?
Drop your weapons!
Holy fuck!
Whoa. It would have been a good fight.
You know what? This is Uncharted Lost Legacy. I seriously can't get enough of this goddamn spear.
Pretty good for a little girl.
I mean, that was quite the shitty plan there, Tala. Elaria. Sorry, mixing 2 characters up. Stop it.
If they arrested all the pillow biters in King's Landing, there'd be no room left in the dungeons for anyone else.
Everyone knew about him and Renly.
Renly Baratheon shagged half the stable boys in the Seven Kingdoms. Everyone knew.
Cersei's behind it.
Yeah, of course she is. She wants to drag our names through the dirt. Put us in our place. Get some rest, dear. You look appalling. And let me deal with Cersei Lannister.
Put the pen down, dear. We both know you're not writing anything.
Ah, yes, the famously tart-tongued Queen of Thorns.
And the famous tart, Queen Cersei.
No! Bedtime!
I was as shocked as anyone when the Faith arrested Sonoris.
fuck.
I have no love for these fanatics.
Has the Crown suddenly stopped needing the troops' gold and wheat my house supplies?
Our alliance with House Tyrell
Do you
remains...
expect the alliance to continue after you've thrown our future into prison?
Lannister-Tyrell alliance brought peace to a war-torn country. Do you really want to see the Seven Kingdoms slide back into warfare?
I didn't trust your father. I didn't particularly like him, but I respected him. He was no fool. He understood that sometimes we must work with our rivals rather than destroy them.
House Lannister has no rival.
Oh!
The High Septons call for an inquest, not a trial. Just a small hearing to determine whether the charges against Loras have merit, which I'm sure they don't. Loras will be freed, our happy alliance will continue, and we'll forget this unfortunate conversation ever happened.
You are aware of the rumors concerning you and Renly?
I don't pay attention to rumors.
You were said to be despondent when he died. Witnesses state that you refused to leave his bedside, even as Stannis' army closed in.
I was wrong to support Renly's claim. I know that. But I was forgiven by Joffrey. I fought for him at the Battle of Blackwater.
Wearing Renly's armor, you deny all the charges against you.
Of course I deny them.
You never lay with Renly Baratheon.
Never.
Nor any other man.
Never.
I think that's quite enough of that.
Faith calls Queen Marjorie forward.
What the fuck?
You call me forward?
Yes, but we have some questions for you.
I am the Queen.
You are. And according to the law of the Seven,
Neither kings nor queens are exempt from testimony at a holy inquest. How do you respond to these charges against your brother?
They are lies.
All of them?
All of them.
In the presence of the gods, do you swear that your brother is innocent of these charges against him, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, I swear it.
Do you know this man?
Yes. Very well. He is Sir Loris Tyrell at Highgarden. I squired for him. He took a liking to me. He summoned me to his chamber the first day we met.
What the fuck?
And what occurred in his chamber?
We engaged in intimate relations.
Is there anyone else who can support your claim?
Yes. Yes, Queen Marjorie. She walked in on us once, not long ago. She didn't seem surprised.
This testimony is an insult to a great house. Why should the faithful or anyone else take the word of a squire over the heir to Highgarden?
I can't believe what's happening.
Quite high on his thigh.
The faith is satisfied there is enough evidence to bring a formal trial for Sir Loris and Queen Marjorie.
What?
Bearing false witness before the gods is as grave a sin as any, my lady.
Oh my god! Oh, speak up, you little boy!
I am the queen.
Yes, everything is true, but fucking hell, the way Cersei uses her own children to her advantage, it is shocking. Shocking.
So beautiful. But you need to keep him happy. Ramsay gets bored easily. You don't want to end up like the others.
What others?
Let's see, there was Kira, the blacksmith's daughter. She was tall like you, lovely figure, and talked, and Ramsay grew tired of that. And there was Violet.
I remember Violet.
She got pregnant, and well, that was boring. Then, Tansy, such a sweet girl.
Violet was pregnant. Wasn't Violet the girl running in the forest?
Tansy let me come with him on that hunt.
Hunt?
Oh no,
Have
it's
you ever
this
seen
girl.
Body after the dogs have been at it.
It's this girl.
Not so pretty.
What was your name again?
Miranda.
And how long have you loved him, Miranda? Did you imagine that he would be with you forever? Is that it? And I came along and ruined it. I'm Sansa Stark of Winterfell. This is my home, and you can't frighten me.
I've come to escort you to the Godswood, milady. If you please, milady, will you take my arm?
No.
Lord Ramsay, he said I'm to take your arm.
I'm not touching you.
He'll punish me.
You think I care what he does to you?
Oh, this is... Yeah, okay. I should have expected it.
Who comes before the old gods this night?
Sansa, of the House Stark, comes here to be wed. A woman grown, true-born and noble. She comes to beg the blessings of the gods. Who comes to claim her?
Ramsay of House Bolton, heir to the Dreadfort and Winterfell. Who gives her?
Theon, who was her father's ward.
I take this man.
Are you pleased, my lady? Good. I want you to be happy. My father said you're still a virgin. Why are you still a virgin? Afraid of dwarves?
Lord Tyrion was kind. He was gentle. He never touched me.
Lying to your husband on his wedding night. That would be a bad way to start a marriage. We're man and wife now. We should be honest with each other. Take off your clothes. Oh, no. You stay here, Reek. You watch. Do I need to ask a second time? I hate asking a second time. I told you to watch.